We're live. We're live. We're live. Hey everybody, you, lucky listener, you have journeyed through the smut, the cats, and pop-ups of the internet and found your way to the safety of episode 93 of the D-Pads. I can't even say the name of our own fucking podcast. Can we change it to something similar?
What would you like to change it to?
Buttons.
D-Bags button.
Well,
no, just the Buttons podcast.
It would be the Buttons podcast.
Is that buttons with an S or a Z?
That'll be up for debate. Maybe one of each.
Nice.
One of each. You know, why not all of them?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were a Polish podcast.
Yeah, what?
Whoop, whoop.
Woot woot.
Alright, so maybe you're listening live right now on May 23rd, 2012 at twitch.tv/dpaddbags. Maybe you're reading another entertaining article on our website and streaming this file at the same time
Yeah, you are.
at dpaddbags.com, or maybe you opened the App Store while on the train and downloaded this podcast from iTunes. Who knows? Either way, while you're at any device you're currently at,
Yeah.
you can check out any of our older episodes, or if you want to get a hold of us, you can do so a couple ways. You can email us, dpaddbags@gmail.com. You can call or text us at 704-GAMES-04, or send us a tweet at dpaddbags on Twitter and get the ball rolling. Huh?
The Twitter.
Yeah, the tweetosphere.
Rugby Allegro wants another shout out, but I actually don't even think he's listening yet.
Alright, well, he can... Hold on.
Alright.
We'll have to wait till the end of the show for a shout-out, so listen closely.
Okay.
Alright, and we're doing the show for you, for free, and all of us, including critically acclaimed author and nautical whiz kid, Scott the Yacht Captain Colby,
Ahoy!
John Double-Stuffed Cheesy Beef Kojal,
Hey.
That's the fattest nickname I've ever heard.
That's the fattest nickname ever.
and the Scatman Carruthers of this menagerie, the Soy Joy Boy, the Prince of Modern Calligraphy, the man bringing casual Fridays back to midweek, Mike Egan.
I can't, I'm speechless after that introduction. I mean, there's not much I can say about that.
Really?
Except for I'm really good at calligraphy.
Modern day calligraphy.
Modern day calligraphy, I'm sorry.
Put some on the side. I want to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put some modern day calligraphy on the site.
Excellent.
Nice.
No, try to switch it up on any of that post-fucking modern bullshit. I'm
No.
talking modern, cutting edge.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Hot!
Modern
Old
as
country.
opposed to postmodern.
Yeah.
So, that's everyone here. That's how we're rolling tonight. And, right now, we are approaching the summer solstice. Yet, Scott, you want to be the captain, bring down here, and enjoy an afternoon of darkness.
It's
Please
been
explain.
quite an afternoon of darkness. I mean, it's been a dark afternoon, but it's been full of fun and whimsy.
Whimsical?
Whimsical. It's been
Whimsical.
phantasmagorical, if you will. It's Disgaea on the PS Vita, or I guess originally the PSP, because you know it's in that section of the store.
So it's not a port?
It's a port of a PS2 game to the PSP. And now
all these
emulated on the
boat
Vita.
references are just fucking piling up.
I didn't even catch that one.
Oh.
We're going to sail towards true north on this one, and Maybe
Take some waves in the industry with
Yeah,
this
maybe-
review.
Oh, Jesus
swab this guy at
Christ.
Soup Deck. So I may have finally found the most ridiculous.
Podcast to be on.
Well, yeah, that too. That too. Are you all right? I feel like you may have been doing some ecstasy or something before the show.
No, I just I'm just really impressed. I left Egan speechless.
What can you say? And that was rapid fire. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I was impressed that you did it. Period. If that was off the top of your head, I'm even more impressed.
Oh, you are the most impressed you've ever been.
I don't know about that. I did see a horse cock once get deep throated by a prostitute.
We've all been on the internet. All right.
In person.
Anyway, Scott, go on about this guy. For anyone that isn't terribly familiar with it, including myself, what the fuck is a Disgaea?
This guy is the single most ridiculous Japanese strategy RPG I have ever fucking found. It looks like Final Fantasy Tactics. There are so many different ways you can level up everything in the goddamn game. I'm talking your characters, I'm talking your weapons, I'm talking skills, I'm talking additional characters you find in the worlds within the weapons. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's going to take me like a year to finish. It's going to be great. It is like donkey business ridiculous.
This might be the last Vita game you buy for a long, long time.
Might be. It might be.
So have you played the PlayStation version, or have you?
I haven't.
You have not.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Nope. So this is new to me.
It's new to you.
Me, and I'm enjoying it. You have to recruit more people for your army by going to the Senate and hoping that the senators are not pissed at you, because the senators are the enemies in the game. So if you kill them too many times, they won't vote for you.
So wait. So you have to kill senators, but then you have to use those senators to rebuild your army?
Yes, in order to get them back on your side, you have to bribe their asses.
The dead senators.
Yes.
So why
Are
don't
they
you just
ghosts?
kill them all and take over the Senate?
They're all, because then nobody would be able to vote for you.
Oh.
Well, you're the supreme dictator at that point, then.
Right, I guess.
Could you appoint your own senators?
I don't know. I haven't seen like a chain of succession either. Like if I kill Senator A, does that mean I now have to deal with the Secretary of Education from Massachusetts or something? Like, I don't know. It's not in there. I haven't gotten that deep into it yet. But I've played for like 14 hours, and I haven't got anywhere. But I'm still having a hell of a lot of fun.
So in other words, your Senate is currently gridlocked?
Oh yeah, my Senate is fucked.
Is there a filibuster on the floor?
I think so.
Oh shit.
I think so. I think it's Ron Paul. I think it's Ron Paul.
Ron Paul's the fucking man.
Well, he's filibustering the shit out of my Senate, so he better shut up and get out of the way so I can get another friggin' archer in my army.
You know who's a big fan of Ron Paul?
You, Egan?
Rob D'Allegro.
Who's Rob D'Allegro?
He's the greatest man in the universe.
Rob D'Allegro sucks.
Ooh.
Oh.
Those are fighting words.
He is IMing me on Steam right now, and he is not pleased about that.
Is he gonna ungift you all those Team Fortress hats?
He doesn't give me any Team Fortress hats. In fact,
he's not about to start either.
In fact, he just IMs me and bitches about Diablo.
We'll get to that later. If Rob D'Allegro wants a shout out, he's going to have to wait until later on. It's going to catch him by surprise, so he should listen very intently and maybe tell his friends to listen in case he misses.
You hear that, Rob? You're going to get a shout out at the end.
I hope he's just nodding at the computer as he's shutting the screen.
He is in fact just IMing me. Tell them we play Civ together. Come on, tell them we play Civ together. Tell them we play Civ together. Rob and I play Civ together.
Aw, that's cute.
See, Rob, I told them. Fucking cock.
Rob, I hope you kick his ass next time you guys play.
We play
in person, like literally kick his ass.
Right. As Catherine.
All right,
Gandhi.
Back to Disgaea.
That's about all I've got for Disgaea.
Oh.
But I also started playing Mass Effect 2 again.
Oh yeah?
I hate it.
Why?
Because I really like the original a hell of a lot better.
You hate it? Okay. That's interesting. I really enjoyed Mass Effect 2 after playing Mass Effect 1.
See, I had a year and a half, 2 years in between Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2 the first time, so
Yeah,
it wasn't as obvious how different the two games are.
I
and
think
it's like
I had about the same amount of time too. I think.
it's so dumbed down, and all the RPG mechanics have been stripped right out of it, and the Citadel is so much smaller. You can't travel to as many different planets right out of the box as you could in the original. It's just a complete bastardization.
Are you going to stick with it all the way through?
I'm going to stick with it all the way through because I want to see how things are different. I'm playing a completely different character this time, and I want to see how things are different being kind of a badass lesbian bitch.
Did you puke on your shoes yet in the bar at the Citadel?
No, I didn't.
Did you take Kyle's name of your shepherd?
No, I didn't.
Kyle, do you know what Kyle's shepherd's name is?
I'd like to hear Kyle say it because he's going to say it in a lot more fun way than I am.
Yeah, Cunty and Shepherd.
Wow.
Boy, a more fun way to say it.
My tongue is on the floor right now.
I want to be a motherfucking hustler. You better ask somebody.
What? That wasn't me.
Nice.
That was the most appropriate sound clip I had.
Yes.
Sweet.
So what did you name yours, Scott? Scaptain? Scaptain Shepherd?
Scaptain Shepherd. Maybe when I get to number 3, I'll rename her.
And are you playing number 2 to get, ready and pick up number 3 and start it, or?
Well, it imports your saves from the previous games.
Well, I'm saying, are you intending on playing 3 no matter how you feel about 2?
I am. I want to see what happens.
Gotta close the circle.
Gotta close it up.
I have to get back in Mass Effect 2 and finish it. I don't want to be left... Huh?
In a vacuum, it's not that bad, but compared to the original, it's not there. It's not where it should be.
I'm starting with the PS3 version, so I don't have any base of comparison.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to go acquire an Xbox 360 to play Part 1. So...
Why not? It's totally worth it.
Give me your Xbox.
What?
No.
You don't play it.
I'm playing it right now.
Oh, you should be playing games on the podcast.
Why? We're a gaming podcast.
What game are you playing?
Nothing.
He's just dressing his avatar up.
Lots of twirls.
He's got a fedora on.
Oh, well, that makes you the coolest guy on the internet.
Yeah.
Quite the nice fat guy hat he's wearing.
I spent some time... John, we played NHL until 3 in the morning one night, right?
And didn't you shut John out for every single game?
Yeah.
I think I did for from 12:30 to 3 a.m.
John, you're doing pretty well.
Did I get one goal near the end?
I don't think so, John.
I think I may have gotten... no, maybe not then.
Did you at least win a fight?
Oh,
yeah.
John wins every fight we have.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at fighting.
It's a moral victory then.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fighting victory.
Small victory.
It's the Palestinian view toward hockey fighting.
What? Which is?
Never lose.
Oh.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, exactly.
So I fired up my PS3 for that, and then I played some more Max Payne 3, just the single player.
It's pain.
It's good, man.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up. I'm debating between PC or
Console.
not PC.
Right.
Well, Egan, if it saves you any trouble, when I'm done with it, you can borrow it.
I like that idea.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on chapter 4. I did a little research online just to see how many chapters there were.
Yep.
And I think it was either 14 or 16. So I'm fairly early in the game still, but if it continues on the trend that it has been, I am in for a good time.
Excellent.
The story's pretty good. I really like that it's still that film noir style. Where
Does it have the comic book little things in the middle
Cutscene? No, it's
Okay.
it's a live action cutscene.
No, I really like the comic book style of
it definitely has a more serious feel with the cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
The character models are really good. The graphics are pretty nice.
Just pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not realistic yet. You can tell it's a game, but it looks... If you're standing further away from the TV, it looks like a movie at points. It definitely looks like natural postures and mannerisms and all that thing.
Yep. Has he shaved his head yet?
No, I haven't got to that point.
It's like in Breaking Bad when Heisenberg shaves his head.
Sure. I watched the first season, and I don't think he shaved his head then. And then I said, all right, I'm done with this.
I think he shaved it.
He shaved it pretty early.
Yeah, I think it might have been the start of the second season. If I thought it was in the first, but
I didn't stick with it the whole first season, so I
You didn't get to the Danny Trejo part?
No, I missed the boat or I didn't board the boat.
Me neither.
The Danny Trejo part was pretty sweet.
There's a boat?
No, I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, you got the yacht captain all excited.
I was talking about the boat that is Breaking Bad. I kind of let it leave port without me. I was like, all right, I got here, but no, I ain't getting on that. Yeah. So Max Payne 3 is pretty good. I've only done single player. I'm curious to see how multiplayer works out, but I'm not gonna be in a rush to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna have a lot more to say about it the further I get into the game.
How many hours would you say you're in?
I've probably put in about 4.5, 5 total.
Nice.
And I'm not very good, so a lot of that's getting killed and then respawning. So.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't mind because it definitely makes it a little more rewarding once I progress to a point.
Where you're not dying every 3 minutes?
Well, no, just getting further than I did the last time.
Oh, okay.
When I got killed. Small victories.
Just like John and his NHL fight victories.
Yeah.
John doesn't score goals,
huh?
but he won't score goals, but he will win a fight.
He will punch you in the face.
Square in the face.
I also fired up Steam for a little while again.
I saw.
Yep, I was playing... I got Magica to install, and then I started to play it. And the tutorial dungeon where you start the first level, I couldn't even get out of that. I was lagging so much.
Can you turn down the graphics on that so you get less lag?
I don't know. I didn't really try. I just played, and then I said, well, fuck this.
How is it even possible that the graphics on Magica can slow you down?
Yeah, I was wondering the same. But I mean, Kyle's computer's pretty old.
Really?
So.
It's a year old.
Really?
My laptop,
No,
yeah.
This is a different computer.
Yeah, I've been doing everything on the laptop I bought a year ago.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't get Magica to work, I don't know, 8 months ago when you gifted it to me. But then I tried it the other day for shits and giggles, and it worked.
I wonder if something else is missing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably an awesome computer that should be on my desk.
That's just crazy if you can't play that, because it's basically like a Simpsons episode or something. It's
yeah. No, I saw the graphics and all that, and I thought, well, I should be able to handle this, but actually moving through the dungeon just to go talk to a guy at a painting, it was skipping a shitload of frames.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you defragged?
Not in probably 2 or 3 months.
Have you zapped
you should defrag, yeah.
Have you zapped the PRAM?
Yeah.
No, I'll have to send it over to Koja's, my tech guy.
Yeah, I'd probably zap the PRAM, I agree.
Did you reboot it?
I hit restart and nothing happened, and then I shut it off and nothing happened, and then I turned it on.
I like how this is the tech support hour of our podcast. So have you tried, is it plugged into the wall right now?
Have you tried replugging it in?
What does it smell like?
All I know is that I got it to work as Magica playing another game. So I wasn't playing Magica, I was playing another game. I was playing Gary's mod. So that's how I got Magica to work, was just pretending Gary's mod was Magica. So I think I troubleshot it myself.
Ah.
I should know what Gary's mod is, but I can't remember.
It's the mod for Half-Life 2.
That Gary made?
Yeah. Which is all the avatars and all the environments, and it's pretty much a physics sandbox.
Oh.
So you have different functions of different things. You have the ability to create a wheel that spins, and you can drive using the number pad. Hinges, pulleys, levers, all sorts of things. So you can make a contraption that just shoots a ball. So you pick up the ball with the little physics gun, which just picks things up, and you drop it, and then you put it on something, and it'll launch it. You can set TNT explosions. You can manipulate ragdoll characters or NPCs into poses or do dances and things like that. So it's a tool. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube just make short films with them and things like that, but I was just more interested in seeing what sort of stupid thing I could come up with, whether it's a crane with a shovel. So you put a bunch of parts in a bucket, and then you can make this machine that makes a arm drop, and then at the end of the arm is a little bucket that scoops, and then you lift it up, and that's pretty much it.
So you're playing Tonka trucks.
Pretty much.
Sweet.
And it is just as entertaining as if I was playing with real Tonka trucks and 5 years old.
Sweet.
Because you can make things that go really fast on the ground, like a car or something with wheels. And if you have the physics so it's heavy, it'll take for a while to pick up speed and keep going. But then you can put rocket boosters on the back of it. And then I've been putting rocket boosters under the car, so eventually it turns into a hovercraft. And then I fall out of the thing when it flips over and die. So. And then I also fired up Field Runners for a while.
So how far are you into Field Runners now?
I was just playing the endless mode, or the classic mode, so just 100 levels, but I was just trying different strategies. And just to fool around. I don't think I really finished a match. I was kind of half-heartedly paying attention and more messing around with a playlist and all that. So, John, you play a little Field Runners lately, huh?
I do, yeah. I actually have been playing a fair amount this week. I think I have a really stupid way of playing. I don't know how many other people...
You get really drunk and then play?
Yeah, basically. No, I usually fire up the Stern Show or something to kind of distract me, and I tend to play
naked
in a basic left to right manner. So I tend to not really like organize the people as they're going through, and I just try to
firing at them along the hallway, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. Which works for like, I don't know, 20 rounds or something.
And then you die.
Yeah, basically.
So in other words, you're just intentionally playing the game terribly?
No, not really. I honestly didn't think about setting up a maze for people until like this week, as I was playing Field Runners.
Really?
Yeah.
At no point during
you must
any
be
other
new here.
Yeah.
during any other game, any other tower defense game, did you think to set up a maze?
So I've been playing tower defense games for what, 5 years? I don't know, 5 years or something.
Sure.
And every time I always, I'll download it for the phone or something. And I've never really like actually sat down and played a tower defense game for hours until Field Runners. So yeah, I generally just set up a hallway and figure out the best way to to kill the hallway. And it's not till Field Runners that I've actually started to set up the maze properly and slow people down and all that stuff.
Snakes.
All that jazz.
Yeah. All that jazz.
Do you like Field Runners, John?
I do like Field Runners, yeah. I'm a pretty big fan.
What do you like about it?
I like the Zap Tower thing.
The Tesla coil?
Yeah, I like Tesla coils.
Do you like the band Tesla?
No, I really hate them, actually. They're not good at all. They're really horrible.
Have you ever thought to put them in a maze?
I've put Tesla in a maze a couple times.
That's what the Indians call corn.
I put Tesla, what the Indians call a shitty band, into a maze, what the Indians call corn.
So is a corn maze just redundant?
Oh!
It really is. The maze is like...
Good call.
Maze is horribly redundant and boring.
Nice, Egan. I never thought about that. That was clever.
That's my one clever line for the episode.
Hey, that gets back for the show opening of Leaving You Stupid. Right on. What else you been playing, John?
I thought I had something brilliant to bring up about the tower defense games, but
apparently you don't.
Apparently I don't. I also picked up Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft had a sale on both Steam and the PSN, maybe the Xbox Live also. I never really realized that Assassin's Creed is based on a simulation. Am I alone in this? Did everyone else know that Assassin's Creed is like a
history simulation?
Like the Matrix?
Yep. I heard that.
I only heard it recently.
Huh.
I didn't really like it, so...
It didn't seem like something. It didn't seem like something I would like. Like the stealth, no thanks.
Yeah. It was one of those things that it was either that or Beyond Good and Evil for like $10 for either of them, and I had a bunch of PlayStation money to throw at it. And I was like, yeah, I never played it.
Did you buy $800 worth of PSN cards at 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
You should have.
Yeah, maybe.
You should have bought Beyond Good and Evil. That game is fantastic.
Yeah, I probably should have, because I've never played it, and that's what the internet told me.
Which is also what I tell you.
What did the internet tell you?
And I am much more trustworthy than the internet.
Yeah,
He's a captain.
I am a captain.
It was like $4 cheaper, too. It was like either that for like $7 or Assassin's Creed for like $12.
And if you're curious about one of the main characters in Beyond Good and Evil,
oh shit,
check out today's post on dpaddbags.com. All about him.
Well, really, they just like some alcoholic beverage.
And he's a pig.
And he's a pig.
He has a hovercraft.
I like pigs and alcoholic beverages.
Yeah,
I like hovercraft.
John, we know you like alcoholic beverages.
And hovercraft.
And hovercrafts.
So Assassin's Creed, you know, I'm only like I don't know, an hour in, but it's not bad, really. I don't know, it's pretty basic. It's a stealth game, but it's not as like constraining as the crappy games like Metal Gear.
Ooh.
You know, you could get an Assassin's Creed skin from Metal Gear 4, so John, put that in your hat.
Yeah, but you don't get all the like stupid fake historical. We're going up against the Templar Knights.
Yeah, you do.
Really? In Metal Gear?
Not about like Templars and the Crusades and shit. But one of the guys, friggin' Solidus was the fucking president. You fight Solidus. He has tentacles.
Tentacles?
Robotic tentacles at the end of Metal Gear 2. You fight the president, or like the fake president, or the clone of the president.
Wasn't he your brother, too?
No, he's spawned from the same DNA. That was Solid. That was one.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
This isn't even remotely ridiculous.
That's why you need to pick it up for the Vita, Scott. I'm telling you.
I don't know. It's going to be like 3 years before I finish Disgaea.
Well, have it on standby. It's equally as silly, way out there, Japanese sort of weird shit. that happens.
Spend half the game hiding in a cardboard box.
No, that's optional.
Oh.
You
I thought all
definitely-
cosplay,
Huh?
cosplayers trick me again.
Sometimes. I mean, it's an easy costume, too.
Not if you don't have a box.
Not if you're bigger than a box.
There's a lot of people bigger than boxes.
Like who?
Like
Talking to one.
like double stuffed crust John Kojal or whatever his nickname was.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Double stuffed cheesy beef Kojal.
I told you that is the fattest nickname I've ever heard.
But Scott, if you're really interested in Metal Gear Solid, I have one for PlayStation 1, which if you have a PS2, you'd be able to play, and then I have 2 and 3.
They made 3 of those things?
They made a couple more than that.
Huh. I remember playing the original Metal Gear and not being able to get anywhere because you couldn't see the holes in the fucking floor.
Well, the one on Nintendo?
Yeah.
That's virtually impossible.
Yeah.
To do without any sort of, like, walkthrough and cheat sheet. Because there's one part where you have to get in the right truck,
Oh, right.
and it takes you to another screen that looks exactly the same, and you have to get in the right truck in that, and then if you get in the wrong one, you just keep going back to the same screen, and you have no idea.
It sounds like fun.
Well, that one isn't that fun. But the PlayStation and up versions are pretty
They fixed those bugs?
Yeah, big time.
Huh, they must have had some focus groups.
They have characters that come from a lineage of shitting themselves, so
Oh,
yeah.
really? So
Yeah,
there's
oh,
some...
That's good. That's good knowledge. That's a good,
So
good
you-
training ground.
So in Metal Gear 1, he's a bit character that, you encounter. He's a random soldier number 48, and he, like, shits himself. In 2, I'm pretty sure Johnny's there again, and he shits himself.
Nice.
In 3, you meet up with his father, who, guess what?
He
Yeah.
pisses himself?
Shits himself. No,
Oh.
and then in the 3rd one, he's there, and you find out the whole story.
About how
Like,
he-
all those 3 guys are pretty much the same lineage of shitters. And I'm pretty sure he shits himself in part 4, so.
Huh. So it's like Kojima's ode to irritable bowel syndrome.
Maybe more like the Black Adder, but yeah. Along the same lines.
Yeah, I was never a huge fan. I borrowed one of the games from Kyle years ago, and I tried to play the first level like 5 times, 10 times, and I couldn't do it, and I just got frustrated and stopped.
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you all feel that way. Haters.
it's actually part of what happened with me with the Assassin's Creed tutorial, where you're supposed to. There's a part at the beginning where you're supposed to like push people casually as you walk through a crowd.
Hmm.
Did you just pie face him really aggressively?
Yeah, I for like 10 minutes of the tutorial, I just like kept like there are people carrying jars on their heads, and it's like move people casually aside and don't let them drop what they're carrying. And I just like smacked them and so there's like 100 people dropping jars, and I just.
Never.
I pushed them and made them drop their jars for like 10 minutes before I figured out how to actually move through the crowd and not have that happen.
I feel like you just ruined an entire town's economy.
And just made the best game ever. Knock shit off people's heads. Just be the village dick.
Yeah.
That's all that happens in the next Fable game.
You just knock people off, knock shit
You
off
just knock
people's
people over. Yeah, yeah. Ruin their stores. Throw their dinner on the ground.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, Bixby.
I might do $1.50 on that.
Yeah.
Will there be DLC?
Day 1, yo.
Really? Egan.
Yeah, you can't ruin somebody's breakfast unless you buy that day one DLC. Available only at GameStop from your friendly GameStop personage.
I see. Upsell that shit.
Pre-order only.
Pre-order only.
Pre-order
Only.
Egan, you been doing some mobile gaming?
Yeah, I've been trying to find some half-decent mobile games.
Are they free? Like free
Yes,
ones?
yes, they all are free.
Are you gonna give a game a review?
At least free via the Amazon App Store, free app a day. So, one of the ones that I've been playing, did I mention Eve of the Genesis, the RPG game?
Is that the night before you go to a Phil Collins concert?
Oh.
Oh, yes, yes. No, but did I talk? I think I talked about it last week. It's just a random RPG game.
Yes, you did.
It's pretty good. I still been playing it. Still recommend it. I picked up Gunman Clive.
Fake game.
Oh, all right. I didn't pick up. No, I legitimately picked up Gunman Clive, and it's a like a Western style game where you're
What part did,
cowboy.
what part did you pick up Gunman Clive in?
Oh.
at the gay bar.
Good eye, cowboy.
Gay bar. Give me all your money at the gay bar. So I was playing Gunman Clive after picking him up, and it's kind of like a Western style shoot 'em game where it's a side scroller platform game where you have a gun, and these blue cowboys are shooting at you, and you're like a khaki colored cowboy.
A khaki cowboy.
And the art style is pretty interesting. It's like kind of like shaded, kind of like stenciled, not stenciled drawn, like you know how you draw with like the edge of a pencil. It kind of looks like that. It looks really cool. It's really fun, but it's challenging. Like it's definitely challenging enough to be like, you know, to not breeze through it. I'm still yet to beat it, and I've been playing it for a little bit, but it's not frustratingly hard. So it's really good. It's kind of like just your standard side-scroller where you shoot other cowboys or you shoot, like, birds that drop eggs on you and bats. So, I highly recommend Gunman Clive.
You know, I'm really glad that wildlife in real life isn't as aggressive as it is in video games, because I would not be happy if a fucking bird dropped an egg on my head every time I walked out the goddamn door.
I know, I wouldn't be pleased by that.
It'd be a terrible world.
I was also playing, today I picked up a game called Cross Me. It's a puzzle game where...
Is it like Drawing with Friends, only you're just praying?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. No, it's basically Super Street Fighter cross Tekken without Super Street Fighter or Tekken.
So it's a fighting game?
No, it's just a cross.
What?
Oh no, what it really is, it's it kind of looks like a Sudoku grid, and up at the top and the left side it has numbers, and those numbers are like the number of squares you need to flip on or off. So when you flip on enough and you have to work through the puzzle, you get a picture. Like today, I got an elephant. It's pretty awesome.
It sounds like nudie photo hunt.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like the titty one. That should be coming up pretty soon.
But all you're going to see is sexy E Honda.
So, and other than playing those random mobile games, I've been playing an ass ton of Diablo 3. And I'm currently cultivating an angry rant, but I don't have enough for today. So, not about Diablo, about people talking shit about Diablo. So I will have an angry rant soon. Probably next week. But I've beaten it on 2 difficulties already. I've beaten it through normal and nightmare. I'm working my way through hell. And then there's Inferno. So, it's getting fucking hard. That's all I got.
Are you annoyed at how easy it is?
No, it's fucking hard. It's getting very hard.
The internet seems to say that it's far too easy.
The internet is saying a lot of things. And the internet isn't even halfway done the game. You're going to get a preview of the rant, but basically, there are only 3 people as of yesterday who have beaten Inferno mode, which is the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
3 people. And so, whoever the fuck is bitching that the game is too easy needs to shut the fuck up and go play the game. Because obviously they're not playing the whole game, because Inferno is ridiculously hard. Like, I have friends who are currently in Inferno, and they're like, holy shit, this is hard.
Egan, can you try to track down the 3 people that have beat it, and at least ask them questions?
Probably not, but I can try.
Get on that. That'd be an interesting conversation. Get their take as someone who's done it. Y'all better shut up.
Yeah, I'll see what's up. They're probably gonna bitch because they have no life, and most gamers with 0
No,
life
but if you
all
want
they do is
to
complain.
But if you get them to talk about themselves, and
Yeah.
I'm legitimately interested, saying like, all these people that are saying the game is too easy.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of the only 3 people that have beaten it so far. Make these people shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
See, like I said, I think those are the people who are gonna bitch because they have no life, and they're the ones who have beaten the game already. So
So do you think, I'm curious, how, if you went into the game not knowing that you're supposed to beat every difficulty level,
yes,
how obvious is it after you've beaten a difficulty level that you're supposed to go through it again on a different difficulty?
pretty obvious, because after you beat it, it says, hey, congratulations, you beat this on normal. For a bigger challenge, try it on nightmare difficulty. So it's pretty obvious. And if
Scott, you know who else does that?
Who?
Metal Gear.
if you've so much as played a Diablo game once, you know that the first, like, the beginning of the game is going to be ridiculously easy. You're going to play through once and be like, oh, okay. And then you play through another difficulty and it gets a little harder and harder. So, people are bitching it's too easy. At no point do I remember Diablo 2 being hard ever. Like, even on the hardest difficulty, I don't remember it being hard. So I don't know what these people are crying about. Because Diablo 2, quite possibly, was like the easiest game I've ever played. So, and most of the complaints are, oh, it's not Diablo 2. No, it's not. Because Diablo 2 is the easiest fucking game I've ever played.
Easier than Mario?
Yes, actually it probably was.
Easier than Connectimals?
I've never played Connectables, so I can't reference that.
You've beaten Connectimals on easy.
Thank you for
Play
turning
on
on your Xbox.
So yeah, that's just the preview of the Diablo rant.
Immortal Connectimals.
So there will be another Diablo rant next week.
Finish
So
him.
please listen for it. I'm currently getting all the information about what I want to be pissed off about people being pissed off.
And you
about.
got a whole another week of things coming up too.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you guys ready to debut a new bit we have?
Oh.
Hit me.
Alright, so
Roses, whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles, warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages, tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
alright, so what this bit is called alright, Egan, you can cut it.
Look, you yell at me when I abruptly stop it, and now you're yelling at me it's not stopped soon enough when you start talking and I'm fading it out. Jesus fucking Christ, what do you want from me?
It's a pretty
The music break, when the drums came in, you should have stopped it. Use some fucking forethought.
I was waiting for
right?
you to start talking.
You've heard the song more than any of us. You should know.
No, I just heard that there was the Pomplamoose
You
and
turned
said,
it on way too fast, too.
whatever, you fucking deal with it.
You fucking deal with it.
Alright. Well, why don't you DJ the podcast from now on?
Because I can't even run Magicka.
Then quit your fucking complaining.
Please don't fight. You guys are making me uncomfortable.
I will hit you.
No.
You're the
So this
best
bit
thing.
is called A Few of My Favorite Things.
Oh,
and
should I play the music now?
I was going to tell you when to play the fucking music if you could take your finger off the trigger.
So you want me to play it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raindrops on roses,
Can you play it louder?
No, I can't.
Can you play the part that actually relates to the bit?
Alright.
Yeah, which is the whole fucking song.
Yeah,
We're
John.
just going to play that song once an episode, alright?
Alright. What are your
So anytime
what are your
there's a
favorite things,
combination
Kyle?
of things we like that exist and come up somewhere in the video game entertainment realm, we'll have a discussion about it. In this instance, John, would you like to talk about what you found today?
So, apparently, Taco Bell. I feel like I should have my own theme song to build this up, but apparently Taco Bell has...
Do you want your own theme song, John?
Yeah.
Alright.
Only once in a lifetime is a game designer this caliber. It is time once again for John Kojal.
A few of my favorite things.
I think we could do better than that for a song for John, can't we?
I'm not sure we could.
I think we could. I don't think you're trying hard enough.
Well, send me some feedback. And
Yeah, this might be horrible, so bear with me.
Alright, John.
Well, so apparently Taco Bell, our favorite stupid fast food bullshit provider, has started a new campaign, which is they're selling the Taco Bell Big Hitter Box Leverage.
Leverage?
Leverage.
Leverage.
Yeah, I may have added that because I'm reading I'm reading from the internet.
Yum Brands.
The beefy nacho burrito.
Kind of like you.
Taco Bell.
No, just the double stuffed cheesy beef Kojal.
So I'm reading from QSR magazine, but the beefy nacho burrito will feature seasoned beef, warm nacho cheese, cool sour cream, and Taco Bell's new queso strips.
Wait, how do you put queso in strips?
How is this not every other thing you get at fucking Taco Bell?
Yeah, totally, exactly, right?
No, seriously, how do you put queso in strips?
I don't think you do. I think they call it that, and it's something else.
I think you leave it out overnight and then you put it through a pasta machine.
I think
get all
queso
crusty.
strips. I think queso strips are Fritos. For
I already had one of these at Sonic. It was called the Frito Burrito.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
The fuck?
So
they've done that.
how does this relate to video games, John?
I'm trying to fucking get there if you just sit down and just shut the hell up.
I'm a nice man.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm a...
There, alright.
Perfect.
I finally listened to the song that you played on my voicemail like a week and a half ago, and it was that song.
Yes, it was that song. And it was Saturday. It wasn't even a week and a half ago. It was like 4 days ago.
Yeah. Whatever. I was in a bar and I couldn't hear it, and I finally was in a quiet office and I listened to it. But so the beefy nacho burrito is part of the Big Hitter box.
Okay.
So if you go to any Taco Bell right now and you get the $5 Big Hitter box, you'll get that burrito. You'll get a Supreme burrito, whatever that is.
So the same thing.
The same thing with
guacamole.
With tomatoes and guacamole, basically. And no queso strips, whatever those are. And a crunchy taco and a medium drink for $5.
And a raging case of the shits.
They should call it the Big Shitter Box. Oh!
They should just dedicate it to Metal Gear Solid.
In addition to all those things, which you love, you'll also get a link to a home run derby led by Adrian Gonzalez on the Taco Bell app for MLB The Show.
Wait, there's a Taco Bell app?
For the show.
Apparently, if you have the iPhone or Android, you can participate in a Taco Bell app.
Is this kind of like the Domino's Pizza Chef app, where you could win a job at Domino's if you're good enough at the app?
I'm not familiar with that.
I have seriously.
This is anyone that downloads the app.
Yes.
Can you read?
They have commercials.
They're hired.
They have commercials where they're like, it's called like Pizza Chef or like Pizza Master or Pizza Master Chief or something, and basically what you do is it's like for iPad, and you make a pizza and then you put it in the oven, and it says.
Do you toss your iPod in the air and like actually put that?
I hope
in
so.
the oven?
I hope
would
so.
be so awesome.
And then it basically is like, maybe you're good enough to have a job at Domino's. And I really think like any of us in this on this podcast here, we're all fairly well accomplished, except for John. But
Yep.
I think any
Scott
of us
is a published author. You can find his book Shotgun available on Amazon.com.
I think any of us could walk into Domino's and be like, "Give me a job." And they'd be like, "Okay, here's a job." But nope,
Yeah.
we have to earn it through a pizza app.
Don't you think if you had enough money for an iPad, you wouldn't really need a job at Domino's?
So this is basically like The Last Starfighter, except
Yeah.
for people.
Except at what? Except at what? Finish the thought, Scott.
All right,
Love
so
it. Movie time.
back to the Taco Bell app.
I'm actually trying to find out right now what actually is in the Burrito Supreme.
I think it's lettuce, tomato,
Seasoned beef,
sour
Mhm.
cream.
probably refried beans, rice.
I think the beans might be in the Baja.
No, I think the refried beans are in the Supreme too.
Beans are in the Baja.
You got your beans in my Baja. Step back, son.
Sounds like it
So there's-
stings.
It's like a skull. It's like a scapton.
Is there?
I got my beans in her Baja, man. Oh man, it was like a dirty scapton.
There's nothing filthier than a dirty scapton.
Except getting your beans in her Baja.
Well, it's part of a dirty scapton. So, is there a in the article that I'm reading from and stealing from for this bit? Is there a? It says that there's a special home run derby bit that you get with Adrian Gonzalez. Is there a home run derby in the normal MLB The Show?
Yes.
So what could be added that would be interesting?
Adrian Gonzalez wearing a Taco Bell hat.
Yeah. Tacos.
Other than
yeah.
everyone.
The golden ball is a taco instead of a baseball.
Do they have the golden ball and all that stuff?
No.
But they add a golden ball and it's a taco.
Yeah.
Do they have like people trying to win a house by wearing your
Century 21.
Yeah. No.
No.
Oh, okay.
That'd be interesting.
That sounds like a fun new mode. Win some poor person a house.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yep.
Would you buy that for $1?
Probably not, no. Sorry.
Oh hell no.
Also dirty. Gorditas. Burritos.
What is a gordita?
It's a deep fried burrito thing.
Isn't
So
that
instead
a,
of like the soft shell taco, it's like a poofy, crunchy one, not like a regular hard shell taco.
isn't that a chalupa?
No, I think a chalupa is the soft pita-like shell.
Oh, okay.
How the fuck do I know all this about Taco Bell?
Well, you are
I don't know.
maximum occupancy. You must have gotten that occupancy somehow.
I feel like I've only been to Taco Bell like 5 times in my life.
Wow.
I have never been.
You've never been
Really?
to Taco Bell.
If I wanted to eat dog food, I would go to the grocery store and get some Alpo.
Taco Bell.
Really?
I wouldn't say Taco Bell is as bad as dog food, but it's not pleasant.
You get what you pay for. Those 89-cent things, oh, you get every penny. 89 cents worth of food.
Yeah.
When you when you buy dog food, you don't get dog food with cheese and like lettuce
And
and
queso strips.
I've never
Yeah.
got lettuce at Taco Bell.
yeah. You have to merge all those things together.
Is that lettuce or just grass to get up from the backyard?
I mean, you could dig up grass and be the same, but
No, the grass has more nutrients.
yeah.
We'll have to make a grass and dog food taco later this
Yeah.
week.
Do it.
Yeah.
Maybe put some bacon strips on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Scott, I heard there was a big shakeup.
Wait.
There was a huge shakeup. Earlier this week, I sensed a great...
live from the news desk.
Live from the news desk.
Or it's Scott, not Kermit the Frog. But...
Look.
Scott Coley, late-breaking news story. Earlier this week, there was a great disturbance in the force as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
We take you now to Kermit the...
Alright, keep going.
That was good. There were layoffs at Bioware's MMO division following the announcement that a lot of people have been giving up on the Old Republic.
Look, anyone who is getting into an MMO these days is a fucking idiot. Because, seriously, no, like, I'm not talking about the players, I'm talking about the game companies. Because every MMO since World of Warcraft has come out has followed the following cycle. Come out, get people to play for their free month, half of them drop off after the free month, another half of them drop off after the first paid month, then everyone else stops playing, they lay people off, game goes free to play, it's purchased by a MMO graveyard, as I refer to them as, and no one gives a shit.
You totally just described my failed career as a male prostitute.
Wait, you ended up in a graveyard?
Yeah.
I'm working at Chili's, giving handies.
Under the table.
Under the table.
In more ways than
Under
one.
the table as in not collecting a check that's taxed, or...
Both. It's a secret dessert item.
How would I order one of these?
A scapton.
You just ask for a scapton.
Can I ask for a scapton with no beans in the Baja?
That'll get you a foot job.
Oh. But seriously though, every MMO has failed since World of Warcraft. Like, I can't think of one MMO that was semi-successful. Warhammer Online did okay, but it was basically bad timing on its part. Because what happened, it came out, people started to like it, they had a couple issues at release, as they all do, and Fallout 3 came out. And everyone left to go play Fallout 3, and then when everyone finished Fallout 3, no one came back.
Do you feel like the market is saturated? Because I wonder if that's part of the problem.
I don't think it's saturated. It's basically two things.
Well, let me say, as somebody that doesn't play MMOs, that right now, if I was interested as a player into starting, I wouldn't know where to start, because there's a half dozen here. Do I want to pay for something monthly? Do I want to pay for add-ons and a free-to-play MMO, but...
Yeah, you don't want to start.
With microtransactions, where would I start? Where are my friends playing?
Now, let me break it down.
You know what I mean? Something like that would affect my decision as a consumer as to where am I going to put my time and money. And then altogether, I'm just saying, well, fuck it, I'll just play other games.
The reason why every MMO fails is because everyone who is playing an MMO is already playing an MMO. People who aren't playing MMOs right now and decide to, hey, let me try this out, they're inevitably going to be like, well, this isn't for me, I'm going to go play something else. Right, Scott?
Right.
So that's where all of the new player base is going to disappear. And then everyone who's already playing is probably already playing World of Warcraft, or they might be playing another game that's...
Egan!
The MMOs came to get him. He's been disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Did
now
I...
what do we...
Hello?
Yeah, you cut out.
Oh, I turned off my mic accidentally. I was in my angry motions. I hit the turn off mic button. What was the last thing I said?
In your angry motions, you hate your wife.
Yes, I do.
You said something about the only thing that people who play MMOs something. I really wasn't listening.
Thanks, John. You really said nothing. Everyone
He's
who's
too busy eating Wendy's.
Everyone who's interested in playing an MMO is playing World of Warcraft, or they're playing another game that they're just holding into the, holding onto the grips of their dead hands on, like a game like Warhammer or Age of Conan or all of those games. But basically, they're already playing an MMO. So what's gonna happen when a new one comes out? They're like, hey, I want something better than World of Warcraft, and guess what? As much as I dislike the game and never want to play it again, it's the best MMO. Like, it does everything right, because it's had almost 10 years to build upon. It's had 10 years to do it, and the MMO landscape has completely changed since the release of it. When World of Warcraft came out, it had more issues than any of these MMOs coming out now. But the majority of people who are playing MMOs right now weren't around when World of Warcraft came out. They were like 6 years old, and when they started playing it, the game was incredibly polished. And now, when they go to play another one, they expect the same level of polish, and you're not going to get the same level of polish for a couple of reasons. I can get into them if you want, but I'm not going to force it upon you.
Can I just guess one or two? Can I say one is they're trying to cash in on the current trend, so they're rushing through it to get something out the door, and then hopefully catch up
5 years
as the
ago,
game goes on.
4 to 5 years ago, I would have said you're on the nose. It's not so much a rushing trend anymore. It's more of a, yes, they are rushing it out the door, but they're rushing it out the door to get the retail sales. So basically, Bioware makes the Old Republic, and EA is the one publishing it. So EA's like, look, you got to put this game out soon. We want to make the $50. We want to make the money. No, we want to make the $50 on retail sales. We don't care about what we're going to make a month, but we want to get this $50 out there. And Bioware's like, look, the game's not ready yet. Well, get it out, rush it out. And they're rushing it out so that they can make that retail money as opposed to giving it time and investing into it. And basically, you still get your $50 a little bit later, but then you're going to, if you make a truly solid, polished game, you're going to get that monthly subscription. But if the game isn't polished enough, and people expect it to be completely polished like World of Warcraft is now, you're not going to build a player base.
Right.
So, everyone's looking for the WoW killer. People are saying Guild Wars 2 is going to be the WoW killer. And it may actually be the first MMO to bring me back to MMOs since leaving World of Warcraft, which was years ago at this point. But, we'll see.
What's going to be so much the WoW killer? And why would you not just go back to World of Warcraft?
That's basically what everyone does. The weird thing about MMOs is...
Yeah.
And everyone who plays MMOs actually hate them. And I'm serious. Like, all you do is, if you go on World of Warcraft, all you will do is hear people bitch about how bad the game is, or how much they hate Blizzard, or how stupid something is. But guess what? They're still playing. It's ridiculous. Like, when I played EverQuest, it was the exact same thing. It was insane. The amount of people who actually hate the game they're playing and hate the company making the game is ridiculous. Like, everywhere you turn, there's someone talking about, oh, Sony, they're piece of shit. Why the fuck they do that? Or Blizzard, they're fucking assholes. Why are they making this game like this? But you're still giving them monthly money. It's ridiculous. Like, I do not understand it. I played World of Warcraft until I stopped finding World of Warcraft fun. At that point, I canceled my subscription and started playing other games. And that is my MMO rant.
Well,
what a grumpy Gus.
Speaking of MMOs.
Yes.
I was
go on.
Speaking of MMOs, 38 Studios was trying to release an MMO at some point.
Yes.
And you have a news update on the 38 Studios situation?
There is a lot to update. So, I don't know how to break it down. I'm not going to tell what I've been following and have held on to in the chronological order so much, but the CEO is gone. They haven't made payroll since May 1st.
Is CEO gone by their choice or by her choice?
That is not... I haven't been able to find that, and from what one tweet from one of the reporters in Rhode Island from WPRI, I think, or it's WJAR, all it said was now former CEO at 38 Studios, whatever, wouldn't say anything else. So she's gone. They haven't made payroll since May 1st, and their health insurance is up tomorrow, according to another tweet I've
That's
seen.
ridiculous that their health insurance is up tomorrow. Like, what?
Right? Oh wait, it gets better, Egan. It gets better.
I do have a quick question. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys will know it, so if any of our listeners do know this, please let us know. But do other game studios actually burn this hard and we don't hear about it because they didn't take 75 million of government money?
I think that's the issue.
Okay, so basically it's because they took so much money, they're burning hard just like other game studios, but because
they're in the spotlight now because
Exactly.
the government put money into it.
And because the
Which
government
was
put money
stupid
in
from
it,
the fucking beginning.
them burning hard is news, whereas normally it's just like, oh well,
they get acquired by somebody else, or they just dissolve, and
Yep.
you never know because they never made another game after that.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
So 38 studios may miss out on tax credits because they were not registered or not incorporated in Rhode Island.
Yep. Which doesn't surprise me. Most companies don't actually incorporate in the state they're in. Most incorporate in Delaware, but.
Very recently, Kurt Schilling made a statement on Facebook.
Oh,
saying
I heard
that
about this.
That was
this happened last hour, that 38 studios beat goals and sold 1.2 million units in 90 days. If you do the math, 1.2 million at $60 a pop would be $72 million gross.
Correct, but they were published
So
by EA.
EA is taking a huge cut of that.
Yes, EA is taking a giant cut of that.
So they're still in the hole. From what I've heard, they're still in the hole between 22 and 45 million dollars.
Mm-hmm. And they don't have another game coming out, so that money isn't going to appear out of nowhere.
And they released the stupid level flying through for Copernicus, which looks like fucking Fern Gully.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. I saw the headline and I was like, oh, this might actually be interesting. And all it is it's a fly through of like monuments and stuff in the game. There are no characters whatsoever.
It's cookie cutter something out of God of War. It's just one of those things that is just a blank landscape, pretty much. It says, "Hey, you're supposed to be in somewhere that's cold. Everything's blue. And there's a couple torches and a wooden bridge."
You know what's better than a company like Bioware trying to make an MMO thinking it's going to succeed? A company that's already in the hole and unable to pay their employees making an MMO thinking it's going to succeed.
Yeah, good point.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Bioware is known for making quality games. I mean, granted, we could talk Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect 2 issues, but whatever. They're known for making quality games, and they're a quality studio. They couldn't make an MMO work. You think fucking Kurt Schilling is going to make an MMO work?
Yeah.
Kurt Schilling is an expert. You know why? Because he probably logged more hours in EverQuest and World of Warcraft than half of the people who play combined.
Okay, so the Governor Chafee of Rhode Island says...
Governor Chafee?
Chafee, Chafee, says that 38 Studios is in an industry that punishes those who don't know what they are doing.
Them's fighting words.
And who gave them the fucking money?
Who did actually give them the
Rhode
money?
Island.
Like, legitimately.
Not the governor. It's a different governor that's in office now, and he said, we're not going to do this shit again on my watch.
Good, they shouldn't.
But it's just one of those things where...
So, just to touch on something we had on our website, Scott wrote a post about noting that leaked memos from 38 Studios. So please check that out at www.deepheaddbags.com. But it's ridiculous, like, that anyone thought this company would be successful enough to put $75 million into it. It's essentially what they did is, like, they took a company with an idea, and because it was Kurt Schilling's, they dumped a ton of money into it. And Kurt Schilling, having no idea what he's doing, hired, like, probably triple the staff than he needed. And hired, R.A. Salvatore, hired Seth MacFarlane. I intentionally said Seth. Hired Seth MacFarlane, and basically way overpaid for everything. Whether it was for Kingdoms of Sandy Alamar or whether it was for Copernicus. Either way, he dumped more money than he even knew what to do with in this. And it's ridiculous.
And isn't he a big-time Republican? Like,
oh, he's
small
a huge Republican.
Don't hand out money to people, and he's
totally.
Hypocrite.
Money. It's like, the hell. Apparently you're different if you're a company, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, course he is.
Because it's not a handout.
It's a hand up.
You know what I actually found hilarious, though? What I found the most hilarious is during Kurt Schilling's entire time in Boston, if you wanted to, you couldn't keep him away from the media. Like, he would like, talk shit about other players. You know, someone stubs their toe in the locker room, Kurt Schilling
He
would be
would
the
follow
first
a
one.
guy in his car who he thought was drunk driving and call the police.
Exactly.
He just wanted to be on the microphone.
Exactly. I mean, Kurt Schilling, if there was a microphone, Kurt Schilling would find his way there. Yet he is completely silent to the media about this.
Well, because he done fucked up and he got fucking caught on it.
Yeah, he did. No, he didn't even fuck up. The government of Rhode Island fucked up. He's just an idiot who they gave money to. But
yeah, but he can't pay it back, and he's got every taxpayer in Rhode Island footing the bill, which is not fair.
No, it's not.
And for being a hypocrite, for him being a small government person, this is exactly what he stood against. Frivolous spending, pissing money away, that they took money from other programs that probably could use it a lot better, such as education.
No, I actually think the deal was that Kurt Schilling would take that money away from welfare. So it does fit in line with his politics.
However,
that was a
if
joke.
he started a company...
He's really just a welfare case.
Well, he's an anti-welfare case.
True. And he forgot to...
he got a fucking hand out himself, so I don't want to...
No, he definitely did. Well, I guess what you could call it is, you call it funding when a company gets funded, but typically it's not done by the government. Typically, a large venture capitalist company will come in and say, you know, we like your company idea, we want, you know, X share of your company, and we will give you X million dollars to execute it.
I don't know if Kojal found the same thing or brought it up, that there was a group that invested the money to back pretty much as collateral the $75 million that Rhode Island was going to give up in case they defaulted, but I think that they kind of said, oh, well, fuck that. There was something where there was a bunch of Wall Street guys or a bunch of, you know, people with money that said, oh, well, we can put $75 million together. But instead of giving it to the company, he went to Rhode Island and said, well, I got $75 million in case we can't make it back to you. You give us the $75 million, we'll bring our company there, I don't even know if you can technically say create jobs, but they brought jobs there.
Yeah.
And
I think, actually, one of the articles
once
I read...
people say, hey, this one company in Rhode Island made a huge game, which isn't going to happen, all these other gaming companies are going to flock to Rhode Island because that's the fucking cherished heartland of America?
Yeah.
No.
The majority of the staff, what I read, is like 90% of the staff actually are from Rhode Island. So he definitely did create jobs there. The difference is he's not paying those jobs right now.
That's what he gets for hiring people from Rhode Island.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, we worked in Rhode Island.
Well, because they paid us, and unfortunately we got banned because we couldn't pay off our Rhode Island loan.
Yeah. Hey, $750 is a lot in this day and age.
It is. It is.
It's a shit ton of cans.
That's like 4 crunchy queso burrito supremes.
It's a $5 big header box and like 3 things from the 89-cent menu.
Yeah. There've also been several job fairs by other gaming companies in provinces.
I know. Who was it? Who just did it recently? It was a fairly big company in Boston.
It was a European company, wasn't it?
I think it was Swedish or Denmark.
There's a big Boston-based gaming company there too. I want to say it was like Rockstar Boston, but I don't think it was. I don't know. There was definitely a couple big companies that did it.
As long as they weren't hiring anyone from the 38 Studios payroll and accounting department, I think they might be in good shape.
Ha ha ha. So essentially they're trying to recruit the talent away. Yeah, 38 Studios is going to fold within like 2 months.
Fuck, when's our next draft?
I was just thinking that. That's 20 points.
What are you going to draft, Copernicus?
Can I just draft 38 Studios as a whole?
Copernicus I think would be the top waiver pick. I'm amazed that nobody took that last time.
Yeah.
This was still in its infancy, and I don't know. Damn it.
When is the next waiver?
Middle of June.
Okay, well, if the company still
Well,
exists by
yeah,
then.
if it's all said and done by June, and that's no longer, it's off the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. And chances are pretty good, Kyle, that it's going to be you and me fighting for that top waiver pick again.
I don't know. I mean, I might not pick anything up this week.
Scott, you want to give a brief rundown if there's been any change since last week, or are we holding steady?
There haven't been any changes. I heard Max Payne sold several million copies, so that's going to give Kojal some more points and probably up over Egan.
And Diablo sold several.
And Diablo. Yeah, so I think Kojal's taking the lead.
Nice.
He's zooming in towards that golden N-Gauge trophy.
Nice.
So, Scott, you want to, real quickly, just give who everyone has
Sure.
in
So
the draft, and then we'll see.
in the draft, so just to give everybody a real quick update on what the hell we're talking about, we decided to do a video game fantasy league based both on sales and VGAs and other good things, and ridiculousness, because we like ridiculousness and it's more fun that way. So we had a draft. We started, each team picked 2 games, and I'm pulling up the
Computer enhance.
speak. So
Computer enhance.
computer enhanced. So right now, as of last week, Egan's team was in the lead with 5 points for Dragon Age 3 being delayed.
What?
He also drafted SimCity 5, and last week he took Halo 4 in the waiver.
It's just SimCity. It's not SimCity 5.
Whatever, I'm going to call it 5 because I like the number 5. It's like SimCity No More Garcia Parra.
No, man.
No ma.
No,
And,
ma.
Kojal has 3 points for Diablo 3 being released broken and in need of a patch. He also took Max Payne 3, as we mentioned, and Grand Theft Auto 5 in waivers.
So both of John's games have been released.
Yeah, and they're both selling well. So he's got, I think that's another 5 points for each of them for breaking 1 million. So then I've got Lollipop Chainsaw, Borderlands 2, and Assassin's Creed 3. And Kyle's got Spec Ops The Line, Fable The Journey, and Black Ops 2.
Crap.
Everything he picks has to have either a semicolon or the word ops in it.
Shit.
Yeah?
I just want to say how excited I am for leading something, even something as stupid as this.
Well, you're not leading.
I'm so happy.
The points haven't been applied yet. Not winning, John.
I'm so happy.
Oh,
I can hear it in your voice. You're like bubbling with joy.
does John get 10 points per million that it sells, or like 10 points if it sells 1 million or more?
10 points if it sells 1 million or more.
All right, John's got 20 points.
He's got 23 points then.
Yeah, 20.
I'm so happy.
He's got 23 points.
He's almost a quarter of the way to the 100-point goal.
Yeah.
It's a long season, so.
Well,
It is.
the way John's going. I guess John may not generate much in the way of points after that, though, except for maybe a VGA.
He might be strong out of the gate, but that's not until December, so he might be squeaking it in at the end.
Well, it could be done before then.
Who knows? I don't. Scott, do you know?
I don't know.
What if somebody wants to ask for your advice?
If somebody wants to ask for my advice, they should probably think long and hard about going to ask somebody else. But if they can't find anybody better, they can get a hold of me at YachtCaptColby, Yacht, C-A-P-T, Colby, on the Twitter. And don't forget to check out all of our fun blog entries on deepaddbags.com.
What if they wanted to learn about a post-apocalyptic suburban fantasy situation?
Well, if they want post-apocalyptic, my novel Shotgun, available now on Amazon.com, isn't going to quench their thirst for that. But if they want the postmodern urban fantasy...
Postmodern, sorry.
Jesus, Kyle.
But I'm waiting for your modern calligraphy. But anyway, Scott, go on about Shotgun, available on Amazon.com.
It's awesome. I haven't gotten worse than a 4-star review. It's excellent. It's, you know what? At this point, I'm just begging, because the next person that buys it, I get my first $100 royalty check.
Same thing with Kingdoms of Amalur for 38 Studios.
I'm going to turn a profit before Kurt Schilling, damn it.
Well, look at you.
And I also have health insurance tomorrow.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
Kojal.
I haven't had health insurance for like 10 years.
What, you didn't get health insurance when you were at the Senate?
No, I was never at the Senate.
Scott was killing the senators.
I hope this is
army.
I really hope you working at the Senate was an elaborate lie. And you even went so far as to make up Sean 6.
Yeah, no, I totally did.
That wasn't the Senate. That was the census, you bonehead.
Jesus Christ.
I was a page for Ted Kennedy last summer. No, you weren't. Yes, I was. Oh, really?
No, he was dead.
Yeah, you want to see my parking permit?
Actually, the best thing about it, this has nothing to do with gaming or whatever, but best thing about it was that I was eligible to get a health plan the day that they laid me off. So I got a bunch of shit in the mail to sign me up for the government health plan as I was being laid off, as I was being let go.
Well, good work, John.
And even then, it was like, yeah, you can get into the government health plan, which is fantastic, but you have to pay the entire premium. But I find me on
wants
Steam.
to get questions answered about that.
Find me on Steam or PSN at John Kojal. Fuck Twitter.
He's at Twitter at the Ass Man.
It's probably not John, so I wouldn't recommend people going there.
No, it's not taken.
Well, it's going to be
You actually haven't taken it yet.
No,
you told me that you took it, but you haven't taken it yet.
I have not taken it yet. I was lying to you, John.
Yeah.
So
it's still available.
I really need to take it and start tweeting out at you.
Yeah, I thought you had, but you hadn't.
Have you guys seen the person tweeting his 38 Studios?
I have, and it's hilarious.
I've been glued to this whole story all week, so I've just been like reading things online. So I think it's 38 Studios RI. Hold on, let me check. But
you the guy that keeps on tweeting Ted Nisi?
Maybe. I'm opening Twitter right now.
Well,
hey, I interacted with that guy too a little bit. He's kind of a nice guy.
Yeah, you're the one that turned me on to it, Scott. Yeah, it's at 38studiosri.com or at Twitter or whatever.
That's pretty hilarious. Like, yeah, you showed it to me, and I've been pretty much cracking up since.
Yeah. So, Egan, what about you? Are you on Twitter?
I am.
Can they tweet you?
If they want to.
How do they do that?
They can post a tweet.
Who?
I'm Fegan on Twitter.
Spell it.
Phegan. And I'm also going to do a plug for, I'm teaching a class at Pandemonium Books next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. It's going to be modern calligraphy.
Oh, yeah? Is Rob D'Allegro going to be there, the champion of the universe?
He is going to be there. I'm going to be teaching him. Basically what we do is it's a journey through modern calligraphy and the art stylings of it. It's an hour class. Make sure you bring your calligraphy pens and a portfolio style notebook, and make sure you're willing to practice. We're going to throw a lot of paper out because we want to make practice makes perfect. So please stop by Pandemonium Books next Wednesday.
You guys do
at
recycle,
9
though.
I'll be there as the nude model.
There's no nude modeling in calligraphy.
That is the saddest lowercase I have ever had to draw.
With that said, you can also find me on Steam at Fegan, and you can find me on PSN if I ever log in again to play hockey at Fegan. So, still spelled the same way.
Yep. And then you can find me, Kyle, McGanus50 at Twitter, Gainus50 on Steam, and Rozzy50, R-O-Z-Z-Y on PSN. That's it for this week. John Kojal, you want to take us out? Anything we learned this week? Final thoughts?
During the second half of the podcast, I was eating a cheeseburger, and I think people forget how good cheeseburgers are. And it's good to keep in mind in this day and age of $5 hitter boxes and other burrito-based snack decisions. A cheeseburger is often the best solution. You know, a cheeseburger never smacked you around when you were a kid. Never told you when to